This is the Hot 790 News.
Messi Pukaweste Pinu. Employees of First National Bank who staged a 4-day protest were requested to return to work. However, according to one staff member who spoke on the condition of anonymity, many of them have opted to continue their industrial action from home.
A staff member of First National Bank Saint Lucia Limited clarified that although chanting outside the Bridge Street location has stopped, team members are still taking industrial action as many individuals have not returned to work despite a recommendation from the Labour Commissioner to do so, effective Monday 14th October 2024. The peaceful protesting, which was allegedly being done as a result of non-payment of increments and profit sharing, went on for 4 days before reaching this point. The team member who spoke on the condition of anonymity alleged that since the industrial action began, a few individuals were dismissed and that all telecontracts would be ending. The employee went on to share that operations at the banking institution have continued with limited services at select locations. According to the individual, the only operational locations, Shock and Bridge Street, have outsourced individuals to fill in positions of absent employees. The team member also stated that the bank called several individuals to return to work. However, the staff did not feel comfortable doing so in the absence of a finalization of the agreements. It is alleged that the individuals who did follow the Labour Commissioner's request to return to work were asked why they were there. The team member also indicated that they were locked out of the building and that armed guards were stationed to prevent them from entering. It is alleged that given this reaction from the bank, the team members did not feel empowered to return to work without hearing from the Labour Minister, and as such, many will be standing down until the meeting is held on the 29th of October. The bank has since issued a statement saying, quote, "We at First National Bank are committed to serving our customers and understand how this action may have impacted them and other employees. We sincerely apologize." First National Bank adds that, "We are committed to providing more information on this matter, but await the outcome of our ongoing discussions with the relevant parties. Our bank thought it was necessary at this point to make some brief remarks, given the multitude of comments and vested interest of our general public, which we understand being a local financial institution. The bank remains confident that the matter will be resolved amicably." First National Bank concludes that, "We are committed to open communication and addressing the issues at hand. Our priority is to ensure that all employees feel heard and valued. We believe that collaboration and dialogue are essential in resolving these matters." End quote. We have no further details about this matter at this time. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
Anger over skyrocketing living costs reaches a boiling point, and Martinique has been engulfed in chaos as protesters take to the streets, blocking roads and igniting barricades in a dramatic display of discontent. Demonstrators are demanding urgent government action to address the soaring prices that have made basic necessities increasingly unaffordable on the French Caribbean island.
In recent days, protest actions in neighboring island Martinique has escalated, with crowds gathering at key intersections to obstruct traffic and set fire to makeshift barricades. Footage captures the intensity of the demonstrations, highlighting the frustration of residents facing food prices that are approximately 40% higher than those in mainland France. Reports indicate that one protester has been fatally shot and 26 police officers injured in the unrest. The situation has also affected travel in and out of the country, as on Thursday, October 10th, dozens of protesters stormed the runway at the airport in the capital, Fort-de-France, prompting its closure. Inbound flights were redirected to nearby Guadeloupe and the airport reopened on Friday. In attempts to control the situation, French authorities had imposed a curfew until at least Monday, October 14th, following a wave of violent protest. The Martinique administration later on Monday extended the curfew once more from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. local time until October 21st, with people only allowed to travel or be outdoors for work or health reasons, such as going to the hospital. This extension has been done many times since September and is likely to be extended once more if the situation persists. Authorities have also banned the public gatherings as well as the purchase of items that could be used for arson attacks. Residents of France's overseas territories have long complained about the high cost of living, and the protests in Martinique were launched by the Assembly for the Protection of Afro-Caribbean People and Resources, which say food prices should be the same as on mainland France. On Tuesday, October 8th, Fort-de-France Mayor Didier Laguerre acknowledged that people in Martinique, a territory of 350,000 people, were struggling and understood that their suffering led to this anger. The situation has grown to the point that travel advisories have been issued for the island, reaching as far as the UK and Canada. Last updated on October 11, 2024, the Canadian government website listed an advisory to travelers painting a full picture of what is occurring. Given the close ties between Martinique and Saint Lucia, with many Saint Lucians residing there and others traveling back and forth between the two islands, many have expressed their concern over the safety of their loved ones. In light of this, the news team spoke to a Saint Lucian currently over in Martinique who wished to remain anonymous for safety reasons. The individual stated, open quote, "Well, I haven't been there for long, but based on my experience, it's affecting us from going out the way we want, being that we are afraid something would happen to me or my kids. Seeing that several kids had been hospitalized due to the police carelessness. Based on what my husband was explaining, it's a situation where everyone is frustrated with the inflation, given that the products in Martinique are way more expensive than France, so they want the products to be the same price as France. That led to roadblock where people cannot go to work or cannot enter certain stores, burning of vehicles, burning of companies who are owned by foreigners, police officers beating people where the citizens were not pleased, so they retaliated. Since this has been occurring, they placed a curfew where everyone had to be indoors by a certain time, so this prevented people from getting the goods they need. But I can say a lot of people agree to the protest, and I will say it can affect the cost of goods we buy to sell in Saint Lucia, because if they bring up the prices, Saint Lucians who resell will need to bring up their prices so they can make a profit." End quote. Word from the French Overseas Minister, François-Noël Bouffet, by way of a press statement is that, open quote, "The negotiations on the high cost of living in Martinique are progressing constructively. All stakeholders, whether political or economic, have committed seriously and considerable efforts have been made to find concrete solutions. We are aiming for a substantial reduction in prices with expected drop of between 15 and 20%. Today, the discussion is at an end. All partners have made great efforts. We must conclude. However, it is imperative to restore public order to allow these discussions to be concluded in good conditions. The recent violence is often detached from legitimate demands concerning the high cost of living, and it is crucial to stop it so that daily lives of our compatriots can resume normally. The state is also committed to ensuring total transparency in price control in order to guarantee that the measures taken are applied effectively and rigorously. St. Lucia's Prime Minister had little to say on the situation affecting the island's neighbors when asked to share his thoughts on their reality and whether or not he had any concerns of such civil unrest materializing in St. Lucia.
What happens to Martinique is, being a department of France, the people of Martinique expect to have the same benefit as France.
The news team will continue to monitor the situation in Martinique and provide updates as necessary. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
The Bankers Association and Eastern Caribbean Central Bank on Tuesday hosted its annual Financial Information Fair to sensitize the public on financial services and the value in investments. We hear more in this report.
The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, in collaboration with the Bankers Association of Saint Lucia, hosts the third annual Financial Information Fair as part of the celebrations for Financial Information Month 2024. This year, the event was held on October 15th at the Constitution Park under the theme Financial Investing from Savers to Investors. According to organizers, the fair aims to build strong relationships with financial institutions, educate the public on the necessity of insurance, the importance of keeping financial records, enhancing their understanding of financial principles, and promote financial literacy. Everton Silly, country manager for ECCB, spoke on Financial Information Month, advocating for the concept of financial investments to be kept at the forefront of financial discussions.
Financial Information Month is an economic, business, entrepreneurial, and education campaign. It is a collaborative effort between the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, member governments, financial and academic institutions, the media, and various other community groups. The month forms part of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union's financial, economic, education program coordinated by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. The program incorporates a series of initiatives designed to support the attainment of the goal of a financially developed and vibrant Eastern Caribbean Currency Union that fosters strong, sustainable economic growth and the improved well-being of our citizenry. The goal of Financial Information Month is financial empowerment through education. Today, we place our focus squarely on the theme or the area of focus
for this year's festival, which is financial investing from savers to investors. The fundamental question here is, how do we improve the investment participation, or how do we improve investment participation within the ECCU? For example, within the US, 3 in 5 persons are invested in the stock market. That is 60%. In our region, the same figure is 1 in 25 persons, or 4%. This is a clear indication that we have some work to do to improve our investment culture within the region. The intention is to go from 4% to 20%, or 1 in 25 persons. This is very critical if we are to achieve what we've been talking about for a long while, which is the big push. And if we don't know, the big push is an effort to ensure that we double the size of our economies within the next 10 years.
Silly stresses on the importance of financial investment to citizens.
And so the entire initiative is to bring financial information to our citizens to ensure that they become financially resilient and more savvy when it comes to financing decisions. So today we are here in Constitution Park, where we have a number of financial institutions who will be presenting various parts of financial information to the wider public. So today persons can avail themselves of anything financial, so to speak. Our theme for this year is financial investment from savings to investing, or from savers to investors. And it is quite important that our citizens become more involved in the whole area of financial investing. So we want to move from the traditional savings, not that there's anything wrong with it, but to move from the traditional savings to being part of the investment climate, being part of the stock market. We do have an exchange within the region, and we would like to see more persons take part in it. For example, within the US, 3 in 5 persons are invested in the stock market. That's about 60%. Here within our region, it's about 1 in 25. That's just 4%. So if we can take it to probably about 1 in 5, which is 20%, we would be in a much better position. So we really want to put that information out there. It's not as difficult or as complicated as persons might think it is. We just want persons to avail themselves of the information and be a part of the investment climate within our region.
President of the Bankers Association, Samuel Aegis, highlighted that the fair hopes to move people beyond the savings and into the investment mindset, with the same point being echoed by Chairperson Tishana Jeffers.
Information is always good, especially financial information. The public needs to know that savings only is not sufficient to have you be prepared for your retirement for future years, whatever it is you're planning for. Because savings rate, you're looking at the savings rate now 2% compared to inflation rate. Your inflation is really eroding your returns on your savings account. So it would be best for you to actually invest some of your monies so that you get a better return to aid in your retirement.
The benefit here is education. We always say education is power, and once you're educated on what you can do, that is your financial freedom. So the information that we're going to be giving here is going to help persons to better empower themselves with the things that they can do to ensure that their futures are secured.
2 business development officers from participating companies emphasize the importance of such activity to not only the company but potential clients.
FIX has been in existence for 32 years, and we have investments tailored to the public, also our loans. We have investments such as education and housing investment plans, also retirement plans, supplementary pension plans. So persons can just walk in and speak to one of the customer reps and then move forward with us.
I just want to stress of the importance of becoming financially literate for you and your family, and that sitting down with one of us will encourage you or foster that with your family, and then you can come down to our branch and speak with any of our advisors.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Sanya Bissett.
And we now share a Creole word of the day. Today's word is vase, meaning to move over or to make room. Vase pour moi sa seat. Move over so I can take a seat. That was today's Creole word of the day. Be sure to catch tomorrow's nightly newscast for more. Still to come in the third segment of the broadcast, young innovators from across the island get a chance to pitch their ideas in a startup competition. Lukaku Te Nouvelle meets us your Hot 7, Luka Wituneti Saleh.